is why I actually like to engage in the technical terms before I actually have any meaningful discussion, if at all possible, someone so that we can disambiguate right up front so that the person I'm speaking with knows what I mean by my terms and they know what and I know what they mean by their terms. This when they say, don't you think that it's okay to be, isn't it okay for everyone to be gay? For a different example, isn't it okay for everyone to be gay? I might say, no, it's not okay for everyone to be gay. But what if the person is simply meaning happy? Like in the old Flintstones song, we'll have a gay old time. It wasn't talking using the word gay the way we use it in today's modern 2021. When that Flintstones song came out, go back and look it up on the internet. The lyrics to the Flintstones song, it uses the word gay. And I can promise you they weren't talking about the usage of gay that we use today. So thus, unless we define our technical terms, gay, then we might have a really serious disagreement in the end on this discussion. So these are just some suggestions for people who are watching this commentary, that are watching this YouTube channel and things like that. Let me conclude this part of my commentary with this particular paragraph. Dr. Branson says, indeed, to my knowledge, only Dale Tuggy, right, we've talked about him quite a bit, has given an explicit definition of Trinitarian versus Unitarian theology, much to Dr. Tuggy's credit. And I praise Dr. Tuggy for his research there. Even though I disagree with Dr. Tuggy as a Unitarian, I am a Trinitarian and Dr. Tuggy's a Unitarian. And in the end, we disagree on who and what God is, but at least I respect Dr. Tuggy's research in trying to disambiguate the terms so that we can have a better, meaningful dialogue between Unitarians and Trinitarians. Dr. Branson concludes, but Tuggy's definitions are not given as a mere formality. Rather, he puts them to quite substantive use in his evaluations of both contemporary and historical sources, and they turn out to be essential to what is probably his most important criticism of Trinitarian theology. And in the end, Dr. Branson, who is a Trinitarian, the one proposing a monarchical Trinitarianism where God is essentially a father, and because God's essence as a father is eternal, then God's nature must be understood as essentially including fatherhood, which carries over into Jesus being the eternal Son, not a creature, right, in contradistinction to Dr. Tuggy's Unitarian theology. Dr. Branson disagrees in the end with some of Dr. Tuggy's uses and terms. Dr. Branson, if I understand his thesis that I've read a few different times, he believes that Dr. Tuggy's definitions create a version of Trinitarianism that can be understood by one Trinitarian Christian one way and understood by another Trinitarian Christian a different way, and thus in the end maybe the problem really isn't with biblical Trinitarian doctrine and theology so much as it's just a problem with Dr. Tuggy's definitions, the way Dr. Tuggy has created and used them. So something to that effect. All right, and that'll do it for this section of my Trinity study. We'll look at more of this as in time. I don't know exactly what other parts of this. I don't have them highlighted at the moment, but we'll stop right here in my study on exploring the Shema discussions on the issues of Trinity. We'll pick this up next week for some more review. We'll drop down a little farther into the study and keep talking about this. Okay, but that'll do it right now for exploring the Shema discussions on the issues of Trinity.